We are now joined by Bonang Mohale. He is he's the leader of the business unity, or leader of the business leadership of South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, Bonang. We're really catching up on the story. We've got KPMG. The CEO has resigned. 7 other executives have also resigned. So it seems like the dominoes are starting to fall.
It certainly sounds like it. I'm here at the JSE attending the Banking Summit, which is an annual one hosted by the very capable Cascovadia. And I just saw the news also on my smartphone. So there are 3 things really to say. First is we as an organization stand for the rule of law, for the compliance with all pieces of legislation, and there are many and varied. Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, the Anti-Bribery and Corruption Act, Gifts and Hospitality, Ethics and Compliance. We were very humbled by Trevor Hoole and his team, who came to BLSA and took us into their confidence about what is happening. And our counsel to them was very simple. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and tell it quickly, and hope that you can learn from it and derive 3 or 4 actions to ensure that this never happens again. So we are still surprised, but perfectly understandable, because today the one thing that you have as an organization is your reputation.
So they've come forward and they've decided to resign. We still don't know the details of why they have decided to resign. We know that the Gupta dealings with KPMG, something went wrong there, but we still do not have details. Do you think that KPMG will finally come through with the details once this has happened?
So a number of companies have found themselves in a spot of bother. We spoke about McKinsey, SAP, amongst others. We spoke about Bell Pottinger. The empire has crumbled. How we wish that it could be the Gupta empire that crumbles, because they are the ones that have started with this 10-year-old project of state capture and implicating others. But it means that we need to redouble our efforts as business leadership South Africa to continue to clean our own house, to ensure that we hold our members to account, which then for us really demonstrates beyond any shadow of doubt the significance of having this conversation in Alexander, launching the 6 commitments we make as business henceforth, but also taking an anti-corruption oath, which we called the Integrity Pledge, because trust is the only thing that holds together this government to its citizenry, business to its customers. If we break that trust, then we have no reason for existence.
We also like to talk about economic growth and the kind of growth that we are seeing in the South African economy. But we have businesses shedding jobs on a daily basis because of the kind of environment that we're sitting in. When you talk to the business leaders, what are they saying about the economy? Can they not perhaps look at holding off, laying off workers, because more and more South Africans are finding themselves in the spot of bother?
Very difficult indeed, because the only thing that restores a person's dignity and self-esteem is just having a job. That's all it is. Not being one of the 17 million people who are on social security. So our own members in this contract with South Africa, number 1 thing that we put was saying jobs. So we're happy that Shoprite Checkers has had a net 4,000. SAB Miller has announced a program, 10,000 jobs. The manufacturing circle, 1 million jobs. Those are the efforts. The Gauteng government also, a 1 million jobs campaign, where they're working hand in hand with business. What we hope that government could also help us is to really introduce regulatory certainty and policy stability. If they cannot help, let them stand out of the way, get out of the way. Because with the mining charter, for instance, the Department of Mineral Resources has cost this industry 92,000 jobs in the last 5 years. 15,000 just in the last month, just by lack of consultation. We have been taught that man's greatest accomplishment is through talking. We have a delinquent minister who just refuses to talk with your stakeholders. When you ask the Chamber of Mines, of course we are committed to transformation. In fact, they had already, out of their own free volition, said we want to move the 25% plus 1 vote black ownership to 29%. 18 months the minister doesn't talk to them, emerges and says 30%. The 1 percentage point difference that could have easily been negotiated, spoken about, is the one that has cost us 15,000 jobs as we talk. But also, if government was just to understand that they have a disproportionate influence in the mood, This is the lowest business and consumer confidence we've ever had in our 23-year-old democracy. Now we're selling family jewels, the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. First, we sold our 19.9% stake in Vodacom, for which we have nothing to show. Now we talk publicly about the listed entity, Telkom, that we want to sell our 39.9% stake to do what? To put almost 10 billion into SAA. In the last 5 years, we've already pumped 50 billion into this entity. If we did nothing, we could have bought Emirates with just that amount of money. The problem with our state-owned enterprise, the rating agencies told us that first and foremost, of course, they have to be adequately capitalized. They have to stick to their knitting, which is planned and preventative maintenance and good cooperative governance. Governance is where it's falling short. So instead of cleaning up the governance, we're throwing more money. It's like putting lipstick on a pig, putting perfume on a rotting carcass of a dog, and hoping to get a much more palatable smell.
Sure. Some strong words are coming through from the leader or CEO of Bonang Mohale of Business Leadership South Africa.